Hello guys, today we will recording a podcast about JoJo Bizarre Adventure. Today we will speak about two parts. It's Phantom Blood and Battle Tendency. It's first and the second one. And let's start from the basic question. Ilya, what do you think about Phantom Blood?
That's complete garbage. I don't know. So you are a JoJo fan,
Yeah,
and
totally.
and you told me that that's one of the great animes. You
But
should
not first
totally,
part.
you should totally read it and all the stuff. Yeah, I started reading manga, and it was there were a couple of things that I liked, but in general, I managed to read something like 20 chapters or
Yeah, I understand it.
something. Yeah, and it was just, whoa, I cannot do this anymore. Yeah, so I just,
For
no.
me, first part is kind of mediocre, but only from the perspective of the other JoJo parts, I kind of like it because I like JoJo in general, and I have several things to like in first part, but I never rewatch it. So yeah, it may be about my like memories and all of this stuff. So yeah, I guess Phantom Blood is like first try and not totally good try. It's more like fantasy vibes and all of this stuff about vampires and all of this stuff and all about
Yeah.
like dark fantasy world and all of this kind of
Yeah.
stuff. But Hamon is kind of, it's like start of the really abilities and all of this stuff in JoJo world, because it's like feeling like not complete in general, like abilities.
Yeah, it was really ordinary, really simple abilities, just, like using your chakra, and that's all.
Yeah.
So no
Energy of the
particular,
sun.
no particular abilities made with that. But for me, it was not the main problem. I don't know, the plot itself,
It's
it
simple, kind
was,
of.
really simple, really boring for me, and I haven't managed to read it the whole. So later, in a couple of
But
months,
Ilya watched first and second
yeah.
series.
Then after a couple of months, I realized that there is a really great, really big JoJo fan base.
1 billion.
Yeah, and we definitely should record our podcast for this. And you are a fan,
Yeah.
and okay, if I cannot read it, I will just watch it.
Yeah.
And it was much easier.
Okay, and let's speak about the bright side about first part. I totally like the few fights from this chapter. I like the fight between the Joseph, like William Zeppeli, how is his name? Will
Don't
Antonio
remember.
Zeppeli, I guess.
Yeah,
So
something like
their
that.
fight between these two vampires from the like history or something like this. The
Yeah,
fight is
from
kind of interesting.
Britain.
This fight when I guess Jonathan was chained with other vampire guy and they are fighting. It was kind of interesting. Also, I like the design of the character because Zeppeli looks so cool and
Zeppeli,
nice.
yeah.
He has this cool hat and all of this stuff. It's like romp material from his jacket and all of this stuff. It's looks kind of cool. And also, as I know, Araki like to bring a lot of like references and all of the stuff from the culture and all other the place. Even the name Zeppelin is from the Led Zeppelin band. So as I remember, he have the like pose from the
Apollon,
Apollon statue from the ancient Greeks and all of this stuff. And posing is one of the main chapter in general in JoJo, because they have so strange and stupid poses between the stands and peoples, and it looks amazing time to time. Also, I like the character designs that lately will be more and more bizarre and more cool. Even in Battle Tendency, we have a lot of these like bright colors like pink, green, yellow, and all of
yeah,
this
it's
stuff.
so many toxic colors, especially not in the first chapter,
Yeah.
but later in the series. Yeah, and it can change all the colors.
Yeah,
It just can
in
just
fighting and all
change
of the stuff.
during the fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. At first, when I saw it in the first time, I haven't realized it in the first seconds,
Yeah.
and I was just like,
What the fuck is going on here?
What the they had different colors. Maybe something with my screen or something. You know, I have a new laptop. I thought
Your
that's
GPU died middle series.
yeah. Maybe there's something wrong. I just
Yeah, but in general, Phantom Blood is kind of small and kind of niche because I know a lot of people that said that it's one of the good part of the JoJo because it's kind of niche and not for everyone, just in general. And also
Yes.
JoJo is not for everyone, even
Yeah,
that the
totally.
JoJo have a huge fan base, but in general, it's kind of bizarre about the fights, the like uncommon answers to questions and the powers of the other peoples. Even the last fight from Battle Tendency, it's kind of okay, we destroy you with the power of the earth and all of this stuff. So yeah, it's kind of funny, I guess.
Yeah, it's totally not for everyone. It's a little bit not for me. I understand it. Yeah, it has several different pluses, of course. Some interesting characters. I really like Dio. He's not
Yeah,
an
Dio is cool.
ordinary villain. And we understand that, in different shows, in different series, we see some very toxic, very bad guys that act
But Dio is kind of
but
different.
he is just an
Crazy fuck.
ascension of this crazy fuck who did whatever he needs to be done just in order to become
And
I don't know,
also
famous, rich, and all this stuff.
And also it's kind of cool that you have like high expectations and high risk for all the characters because you understand that everyone can really die, even the main characters. Because I have the question: how do you feel about the change in the main character between the generation and the season of the JoJo? It's kind of interesting part because I never saw it in the anime. In other animes, maybe someone needs mimic for Araki in future, but for now, as I know, Boruto.
Naruto and his son Boruto.
Fuck you say it. That was like kinda old Ukrainian overseas meme about Boka and his grandson Joka. It's kinda singers. It is like Naruto and Boruto, Boka and Joka. Fuck. So yeah, for me it's interesting.
Yeah, I really liked it. So you told me about it, I don't know, months before I even read it, tried to read it the first time. Yeah, and I really like this system. So for the new season, you have new JoJo that is somehow connected to the previous one. We
Just
have
about family
the same
relations.
world, the same family. So son, grandson, cousin, something like that.
But
That's
what the cool
pretty
part for me,
interesting.
it's kind of completely different characters.
Yeah,
They
totally.
have different motivations, they have different characteristic and all of this stuff. They have like totally different
Characters, individuals, personalities. Yes. They can be totally different. They have something fun in them for very different fun, very different comic reliefs for all of them. Yeah, and so that's
And
pretty
you have
nice.
it's kind of creating a world when you have the reference to the previous generation, or even you have Joseph in third part of the JoJo, and even in the fourth and fifth, I guess we have partly like seeing the Jotaro, and we see Jotaro in sixth part, but he's not like main character and all of this stuff, and it creates this kind of galaxy, not galaxy,
Universe.
yeah. But spoiler, in one of the part we have the like rewind of the universe and creating the multi-dimensional world, but it's for the future. So yeah, let's move on a little bit to the characters from the Phantom Blood and then go to the battle tendency, because I'm personally think for me battle tendency was one of the best JoJo parts, but we will speak about in later series of our podcast about other series, and even when we like finished all of them, I think we will create some kind of tier list for us and speak about it in general and in complex, like, and about the creation of the creator. So what about characters in the Phantom Blood? They are not that much.
JoJo, I didn't like him at
Jonathan.
all. Yeah,
He's gentleman.
He's a gentleman, a pretty boring gentleman, to be honest. Yeah, Dio, I really liked him as a villain from the very beginning. So yeah, he's terrible guy, but he is interesting in that way.
Because he's narcissistic. Also, he has this kind of Machiavellian part that it's Machiavellism. It's like you have your goal and nothing can stop
you can
between
do
you and
whatever
your
you
goal. Yeah.
want, whatever you need. Yeah, so we have this character, we know his motivation and his acts is really related to his character, because sometimes we saw in the series when we have a villain, we have this motivation, but he acts somehow strange
Yeah.
or didn't do anything that he needs to do. Yeah, but here, yeah, Dio is the main villain.
Yeah.
We know his motivation.
Also,
he does whatever he wants.
I like this part that we have the villain and main character in the same mansion, and they are like brothers, the named brothers. How it called? It's like his adopted brother. But okay, it's kind of interesting to watch how they manage to live together and how fucking Dio burns the dog of the Jonathan and all of this stuff.
Whoa.
It's so cruel and so like understandable, because Dio from the poor family, he like really hates the world in general. He hates everything, his father and all of this.
Yeah, looking at his father, we pretty much realize why
Yeah.
Dio is like he is. Yeah, and yeah, it was really interesting, this time skip when we saw that they are now like friends, but Jonathan realized that
Dio is a villain
did
and evil.
everything he did. So he killed his dog, and he's, well, psychotic man.
Yeah, and how Dio acts like he is good for his father, and father really like enjoy Dio more than his own son.
Father
and all this stuff.
is the main fuck in the entire
totally.
first season, because, well, you just almost abandon your son just because of some fuck, and you don't believe your own son. Well, you should realize, you should understand that he is, well, a gentleman, he is a good son and all this stuff, and, well, I don't believe you. Dio is okay, he is good, his father saved me and all this.
So stupid.
Yeah, this father is, I hated him. The worst character.
Yeah.
In the entire JoJo.
Probably. So yeah, and let's gently move on to the battle tendency. Okay, from the persons from the and the characters from the first part, we only have this guy Zeppeli, some villains. Oh fuck, best waifu in the world, Speedwagon. Speedwagon is really one of the best characters in the whole series, because he creates fucking font that support all of JoJo's in the all generations. As I remember, even in 6th series, the Speedwagon foundation still help in the JoJo's and all of this stuff. He make like oil factories and all of this stuff.
He found oil in America, and he created
and he became a best friend of the Jonathan through the fighting, like a cool old man from the all animes. So yeah, Speedwagon is kind of cool and like one of the best characters from the first part.
Yeah, he's pretty interesting. Zeppeli is really good. Yeah, I liked him. Maybe he's one of the best characters for me.
They pretty the same for me with the Speedwagon.
Yeah.
So yeah, and let's move on to my one of the favorite parts. Maybe for you is not, but battle tendency. So it's like continuation of the first chapter, but within a lot of new stuff. The like using of Hamon is like in different dimension in general. It's like I create the aerostat within the leaves because I connect the leaves with the Hamon and fly with it and all of this stuff. Like I throw the fucking spaghetti like the darts and all of this stuff. It's so bizarre and interesting.
Yeah, the second part is totally much better. I'm not really sure that it will be one of my favorites because, well, I saw just 3 parts and started the 4th, and it will take time when I watch all of it and read the 7th part that has no animation
and
still.
8th.
And 8th already. Oh,
and he started
a lot of JoJo.
and he started JoJo Land. It's 9th part, but it just start manga in like few months, I guess, or maybe a year. Within a year. So yeah, but as I know, the Netflix buy the what rules? Права. Okay, the rights
Rights, yeah.
to create the JoJo, they canonize the sixth one, and also I know that they have plans to make seventh, but that will be so hard because they have a lot of horses and all of this animation stuff that going on in the like JoJo Part 7, because it's everything about the race between the horses in the USA. Because even in Attack on Titan, we see that they animate horses with 3D animations because it's so hard and a lot of work for the animators. So
Yeah,
it will be
yeah.
interesting to see what they manage to do. But yeah, it's so hard to me to not speak about the lately parts and only for first and second. So yeah, for me, Battle Tendency, cool. We have at first vibes of the previous chapter about this kind of vampire stuff. We have this monk who became the vampire, but in like first few series we understand that there was like more important villain, the Pillar Mans, whom was a creator of the masks and all of this stuff, and
Yeah.
they are kind of interesting and have strange abilities.
Yeah, it cannot be really described in words because they can control their body on 100, 200%. I
Yeah.
don't know. Yeah, and it's really strange. When we saw the first pillar,
Yeah, Santan.
yeah, he was shown like some overpowered guy
Yeah.
who can do pretty much almost
With
everything.
his body, he can even like a ghost go through the objects.
Yeah. And then the next guys who considered to be much more powerful than he, their abilities were shown like just an very powerful villain,
Yeah.
but not that much. Because the first one, as I saw it, he was so powerful. Whoa, how can we beat him? But then
I'm not agree because you have this ACDC guy who can manage to burn up his blood to the highly temperatured like a lava, and Vam can create the tornadoes. Cars have the blades with like chainsaw stuff.
maybe because
that
of
can cut
the
everything.
difference in
Maybe,
power
maybe.
levels.
Yeah, because JoJo and Caesar managed to power up pretty fast, but they have like cool training arc, one of the best from the animes from my perspective, because we saw a lot what they do, why they do that. They need to control their breathing. Hello to Demon Slayer. And all of this stuff. And this like so hard training because they have so not that much time. They have like 30 days or 1 month,
1 month
to destroy the pillars.
Because of the poison.
I'm so fucking love Joseph Trickster part. It's like his ability to
predict.
To trick someone. Like, oh yeah, if you are a good warrior, you can give me 4 weeks and I will destroy you. If you are a true warrior and you have the codex, you can give me this time and I will kill you and all of this stuff.
Yeah, and it was okay. It was not even Ex Machina because we saw this pillar. I don't remember their name except ACDC. So the guy who wanted to fight him in 4 weeks. Yeah, we saw that he's a warrior. We saw that he respects. Yeah, he has his codex. So it was okay for him just wait for weeks. Yeah, because one of the main points of his life, of his motivation, to see some equal.
Yeah, and see the progressions is to like take place in the cool fights and all of this stuff. They even fighting with these like horses and all of this stuff to like manage to make a cool fight and cool like vision in the Coliseum and all of this stuff.
Yes.
So also I like the secondary characters a lot in this JoJo because we have Stroheim, who is kind of funny, this mad Nazi guy.
Yeah.
We have Caesar, we have a lot of this like secondary cool characters like Lisa, like even this Mary Sue. Okay. It's future wife version of the
Mary Sue, yeah.
Oh, something like this. So it's interesting. I like a lot of this. Also, the plot is kinda better in either like all the ways.
Yes, yes. So the second part is much better than
Yeah,
the first. Yeah, it continues. It has some references
yeah,
to the first one. It is sequel
yeah,
for the first
sure.
chapter, but it's much better. So the difference between these two seasons are just, well,
Dramatic.
it's a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. It's like twice, maybe 3 times better than the
yeah,
first
yeah.
one. Yeah, it's kind of cool and maybe still niche because we have like strange stuff, but in general, it's cool and interesting in both ways. And also, I like to see this kind of trickstery main character, not this like I will fight with honor and do whatever I need to do. No, it's just I want to fight and
I
destroy
want to
you in
win.
all
Well,
the on the
yeah,
like I will use all that I can to
yeah,
win. I
yes.
can even run, but it will be trickstery run. But yeah, it's like my
Yeah, yeah.
strategy.
The first time that here we should use our legs.
Yeah,
How, you have a plan? No, you
yeah,
we will
run.
run. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a really good moment.
Yeah, and also I like this prediction stuff in Joseph
Yeah, but for me,
character.
they used it too much, and
Probably.
sometimes, especially in anime, we saw that. So JoJo said some line, so
Yeah, 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 yeah.
predicts. He says this line, and then the villain, after 2 seconds,
No, no, no. It's
repeated
okay.
almost
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, it was a
but
little
it's
bit.
funny. I like a lot of
The
jokes and all
first
of this stuff.
time, yes, for several first times, yeah, but they used it a lot.
And I like a lot that they use the lines from the Sun Tzu, the Art of the War. It's
Yeah.
so cool. I know that it's like a stupid book and all of this stuff, but when they speak in this like the main part of the war is to trick your enemy and all of this stuff, it's kind of cool. And it's an interesting part when the Joseph fights ECDC and they try to trick each other, and when ECDC suddenly starts crying like, oh no, you like cut my arm, no,
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
And like I like this like voice over the screen, like ECDC managed to control his emotions through strong crying. It's so funny.
Yes, yeah, yeah.
So yeah, and fights are pretty interesting, and they have really strange abilities, and they like create this creative way to use Hamon that have like huge variety of stuff to do.
Yes, yeah.
Characters. Lisa is interesting and good.
Yeah, so Jojo is very different from
Yeah,
the first
Jonathan.
Jojo, who was just a gentleman. This one is funny.
Not a gentleman.
Yeah, totally not a
He
gentleman.
even in the one of the first series, like saying that a woman is ugly
Yeah.
when she's beat him.
It was just, well, what are you doing? He saved your life. It's obviously was a trick. Just
Woman.
women.
Yeah.
You
Women
lost.
moment.
You
Yeah.
lost.
Yeah. It's just woman moment. It's okay. I think that women have strong emotional capacity and they can do stuff like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll cancel this
Please
for
no.
sure.
No. So rubrics.
Yes.
For the first
For the
part
first
and
then for the
about
second,
the
yeah.
second. Okay. Where is my phone?
Best character for the first season is Dio, then goes
Okay.
Seppele, and then everybody else.
Speedwagon.
I didn't like him that much.
Okay.
So he's not my top. He is a good character, but not my top. So Dio and
For
Seppele.
me, maybe it's Speedwagons and Seppele, and Dio is cool, yeah. But I like Dio in the later plot
Yeah,
more
he will
than
be
in the first part.
much better.
In
That
first part, he's like annoying, crazy child.
it was interesting to
Yeah.
look at.
Bad characters. Oh, annoying.
Father.
Yeah, father in the first part is completely garbage.
Yes, what are you fucking
Yeah.
doing?
And even Jonathan
Why?
is kind of
He's just
boring. Yeah.
So he's not bad, he's not annoying, he's just boring and not interesting to look
It's
at.
hard to like take the best arc from the one arc anime.
Yeah.
So yeah, best moment in the first part. For me, it's probably this fight between the vampires and the Jonathan, because it's kind of interesting and cool. I know that moment when Will Zeppeli died and he bring his Hamon to the
Hammond.
Jonathan. Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Yeah, maybe. I
Because
pretty
final fight is
much.
kind of not
Yeah,
interesting at all.
I don't really think that I have some best moment or
Yeah.
favorite one. So
Bad moment, it's kind of hard, annoying moment.
for the
Yeah. Pluses of the anime. For me, it's like pluses. It's dark fantasy. It's like maybe the world is themselves because it's cruel and dark fantasy world that I kind of like in general. I like the dark fantasy genre in general, and maybe something like this. Secondary character is pretty okay, but that's all I guess. For you?
Yeah, for me, it's pretty interesting main villain. I
Mm-hmm.
liked the mystery of
Mm-hmm.
this stone mask
Yeah,
at
yeah, yeah, yeah.
first. Yeah, it was really interesting to understand what it is
Mm-hmm.
doing, how it is working, and all this stuff. Well, pretty much that's it.
Okay, the minuses for me it's maybe pacing, main character, because it's kind of boring, and in general it's kind of boring. Yeah, maybe it's good for that time because it's so fucking old. It's like 1989, I guess, or something like this.
Yeah.
So it's okay for the time to be anime like this, but it's meh.
Yeah, so for me, it's much so the plot itself,
Mm-hmm.
except just couple of
I can say
parts.
the plot is minus. It's just mm, like so mid.
Yeah, the maybe not even the plot, the pace
Yeah.
that they introduced this plot, the main character for sure, and well, it's just not even the good parts are not that good.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
And in general opinion and your rate for this part.
In general opinions, so yeah, I've read it, started to read it, and I saw the full season just because of you, just because of the fan base, and that you said that yes, the first part is much lower than other ones. It will be better, and well, I cannot skip because I want to
I
understand
understand.
to know all the plot. But if it wasn't
Yeah.
for all these reasons, I've just dropped it on the 10th chapter,
yeah.
and that's all.
It's pretty understandable because even when I started watching it, because even when I started, it was like 3 or 4 years ago. I no, not 3 or 2 years ago. I started watching and like, wow, fuck, what the shit is it? Because I have a lot of JoJo memes in the internet in general, and I like, okay, I should watch it because our friend Kirill is watch it already and said that JoJo is kind of cool and pretty good anime. And when I came back to Battle Tendency, I'm like, okay, it's pretty good, and the later plot is better, and better. So yeah, for my grade, it will be maybe 5 because it's mediocre. It's not good, not bad. I can't say that it's really bad. It's boring, but it's kind of product of the time. For me, it's 5. I can take the lower grade. It's okay.
Yeah, 3.5.
Okay.
Maybe something like that.
It will be 425. It's
Yes,
fine. It's
yeah.
fine. Yeah. 1 second.
No
So
sounds.
let's move on to the battle tendency. Best
Yeah,
characters.
best
character.
character. Well, fuck, that's hard.
For me personally, Joseph, best JoJo in the whole series for me. Maybe, yeah, for like JoJo, he is one of the best JoJos from the whole series till the 7th. I start reading the Steel Ball Run. So for me, is Joseph 100% because he's whole tricky. He is so unusual for main character. I can't
Especially
even...
after the first
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, for comedic genre, I have seen the like kind of same characters, same vibe. But for the like partly serious anime, it's kind of unique. in general. And all of the animes that I have in mind about the kind of same character, it's so much later after JoJo. So it's really maybe creator of the genre of non-standard characters, because from the Dragon Ball to Naruto and all of the stuff, the all main characters are pretty much the same.
Yeah. So for me, I kind of liked also Joseph. He's okay. Not my favorite one, but still, I think Caesar.
Caesar.
Yeah, before the moment he died, because he died like a stupid fuck.
He died like Italian man, with honor and with his problems in his head.
He could wait for 2 minutes.
Yes, but you know,
He
fucking
will-
Italians that like to be emotional and they have strong feeling about legacy and all of this stuff.
But still, if they haven't went for him
Yeah.
to rescue him and all this stuff and came 2 minutes later, it could
I
be
guess
okay.
it wasn't 2 minutes in the plot, it just feels like that.
Maybe, but yeah. So if I don't count this moment, the moment of his
Okay.
death and his motivation that leads to
Yeah.
this death, he was really good, and maybe Lisa.
Okay. For me, maybe it's also Stroheim, because he is so fucking crazy Nazi guy. He is funny. He's really funny, and even for the Nazi guy, he is kind of interesting and
Yeah, and
funny.
it's also a little
I don't
bit,
like Nazi, not support the Reich and all of this stuff, but
Yeah.
Stroheim is good.
It was pretty strange that the creator just showed Nazis.
You know who was allies of the Nazi German in Second World War?
Italy.
Japan.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Who was bombed the Pearl Harbor and all of this stuff?
Okay,
Yeah.
understandable.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
skip it.
But he said that Stroheim died in the World War II and all of this stuff, and I can say that he creates a good, like, not like good feeling about Nazi in general, because they are pretty cruel, violent, and have this kind of science stuff between the people and all of this. They even like give opportunity to Santana to kill like prisoners and something like this. So
Yeah.
they are not good guys.
Yeah, but still, it was a
Stroheim is
little bit
kinda funny and-
strange
okay.
to see it like this.
Bad character. Annoying characters. In general.
I don't really think there is one.
Yeah, probably not. Maybe this guy from the first series, vampire guy who was a monk before, but it's kind of okay. Has stupid things about young to like save his youngness. The lot that he has.
He was just okay.
mediocre.
So yeah, I don't really remember
Okay,
some annoying
best
characters.
arc, training arc. For me, it's one of the best.
Yeah. You are fond of
Yeah.
training arcs. Me, pretty much
Yeah.
too. And yeah, I like it.
But training arc is so good there. It's really one of the
Yeah.
best training arc in general, because they have like different training sessions. They have like different kinds of training. It's like this pillar with oil and all of this stuff. It's interesting. They have fighting. They have like meditation stuff and all of this.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Best moment. Caesar. It's cool moment. It's strong moment. And in this moment, this funny moment when Lisa tried to like be a poker face, but she managed to try to light the cigarette from the other side. And all of this.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah, maybe it
It's
was
strong and cool moment when they.
Yes, dramatic one.
Yeah. So annoying moments. For you, it's about Caesar dying.
Caesar dying, yeah, for sure. Well, it will be from later in the
Okay.
minuses of the anime. There is no one. I
Yeah,
think.
probably no. And also, if I try to prove that Caesar dying scene one of the best, because when he is dying, this like huge stone cross fall to his body, and it's kinda interesting from the perspective of the science and references for
Why?
me. Huh?
Why?
It's just about religion and all of this stuff, maybe. It's like he sacrificed himself and tried to create this bubble. And also I like the part when the Vam understands that he can easily destroy this bubble, but
Yeah.
he respects the Caesar and his will to fight,
Yeah,
and will
he's
to fight like
true
in
warrior.
honor. Yeah, and he do it like in true warrior way. And also, it's cool moment about fight between the Joseph and Vam, when the Vam like lose the fight, he still be the warrior and stay cool. So yeah, my pluses of the anime. For me, that's a lot. I like the style. I like the music. And all of this stuff. Oh,
It's very viral.
in first JoJo, the ending is one of the best meme in the world.
Yes.
Just because of JoJo.
Yeah, the music of
continued.
JoJo,
Yes,
it's
roundabout.
so viral.
Yeah.
I heard it several times on several YouTube videos.
In one time, that like 50% of the meme was to be continued.
Yeah.
And after this, the directed by Robert J. White created, it's like much the same.
Yeah.
So yeah, for pluses, it's music, style for me. It's like bizarre abilities and the way to improve Hamon from the like mediocre ability to huge variety of stuff of like martial art in general. So it's like good evolution of the like mediocre art in general and chakra use.
Yeah, I also like the Hamon in this season. It's much better. The main character is not so boring.
The secondary character is cool too.
Secondary characters, yeah, it's also...
Plot is pretty good.
It was interesting to see these guys.
Also, we have some layers and
creators of stone masks.
Also, we have interesting backstory of Lisa, of Jonathan, and we even have this part about that humanity don't know about vampires. So when Lisa is killed, this general guy, no one knows that he was a vampire, and everyone thinks that Lisa is crazy.
Yes.
So it's kind of interesting and creates layers and dimensions. And also we have a lot of not a lot, but drama of the secondary characters and their own motivation and all of this stuff. So I kind of like the plot. It's okay-ish.
Pretty much.
And pacing is okay, because it's not that much serious, and watching is pretty okay and not boring in general. Minuses. It's your part.
Yeah. Let me start. So for me,
Let him cook.
So Caesar death, the ending itself, how with the help of volcano and earth. Kill the main villain. I don't like ex machinas, and JoJo is the ascension of an ex machinas.
It's just a part of the JoJo themselves.
But I don't really like it. I don't really like when they talk during the battle for more time than the battle itself.
Yeah, but it's just again about shonen of the time.
Also, not for
even
me
if you take the
all.
best shonen of that generation, they all will be
it
pretty much the same.
An ordinary thing at that time, but still, it is.
Even for now, I guess only Hell's Paradise try to like go back from this. Thing. Even in Chainsaw Man, they speak a lot during the fight.
I pretty much understand it because, in manga, you can understand that this speaking these thoughts can be in just 1 second.
It's just about rules of the
you
anime
just go to the next shot, and this all. And to show it in an anime, it can be really hard.
I remember, even in action movies, we have this shit.
Yeah.
So it's like just a genre of the movies himself.
Yeah, but I don't like it.
Yeah, I understand.
Also, I didn't like this Nazi guy, and they made a cyborg from him, and it was just you just show like an ordinary world. but you show the just
No, it's
technologies
not
of some.
ordinary world
Yeah,
in
and
general.
yeah, of course it's not ordinary,
And
but
also,
still,
I
it
guess
was
it's
really
like
strange.
reference to Nazi experiments and all of this
Yeah,
stuff.
super
It's like
soldier
yeah,
and all.
yeah.
Yeah, I understand, but
It's fun.
it was for
But
me
it's
just a
fun.
little bit strange.
It's okay, it's fun for me.
Yeah.
It's like about religion jokes. You can joke it only if it's good enough, and it's good enough.
Yeah, but that's pretty much it.
Okay, general opinion.
If I compare with the first season, well, that's a masterpiece.
Yeah.
If I evaluate it as a separate anime, it was good. It has a lot of things that I don't like in all animes, so it's not really for me. But it was still pretty good. So yeah, training arc. They made Hamon much more. Variety of it, and the main villains were pretty good. Well, yeah, it's kind of okay for me.
Yeah, for me, it's one of the best JoJo and the anime themselves, because in later parts we have a lot more ex machinas, but it's like part of the rules of the JoJo themselves. So I just like the series in general. I like the animation. I like this big strong muscle guys and all of this stuff. I'm gacha man, so yeah,
it's
fine for me. And in general, it's okay. I like it. So rate the battle tendency.
6.
So okay, you give us 3.5. Okay, it's kinda not that much. I give it 9. It's one of the best best JoJo parts. Yeah. So and in general, 7.5 we have in Assassination Classroom, Hell's Paradise. Okay, it's pretty okay, Mark, just because of me.
Yeah. So 6 for me is it's fine. It's good one.
Yeah,
Not
okay.
that good, but it's fine.
It's just my opinion that for me, it's not better than Demon Slayer in general.
Not better?
No. Only one part that's better in the Demon Slayer, it's animation. Only one part. For the characters, for the plot in general, and all of this stuff, so it can be like better. But it's your opinion. I'm fine with it. Okay, so yeah, thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel, like. Please write that Ilya is fat fuck and don't understand that JoJo is masterpiece. So yeah.
Yeah, all the haters will be mine.
Yeah.
That's mine fountain of youth.
Yeah, it's true. So yeah. Bye bye.
Bye guys.